Hi guys, welcome to another video by myself, Bateson87. One of them which has been which has been requested by quite a lot of people on Twitch, Twitter, and even on YouTube as well. And it is ways to make yourself get better at FIFA. Now, as you guys know, there's no beating around the bush, guys. Team is very, very important. And sure, the higher rated players are the better players and they perform as they should. They are the higher rated players. They should perform like high rated players compared to low rated players who don't. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you do hit the subscription button, hit the bell button is also never miss an upload, and feel free to leave a like rating on it. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, in this video, I am going to be showcasing you a game from the Champions channel. Currently we sit at 22-2 for the weekend, so you guys are not going to see a 30-0 video this week, but for the past 2 or even 3 out of the past 5 weekends, we have shown a 30-0 video of the final game. That's not going to happen today. What you're going to see instead is a game from the Weekend League, which is on the Champions channel, and it is a featured video as well, guys. It is the Bateson versus De Gaucho 10. De Gaucho 10 is a professional FIFA player, a German professional FIFA player, and we matched up with him in the Weekend League. If I'd have won the game, it would have took me to 18-2. If I'd have lost the game, it would have took me to 17-3. It was a very, very important game. And what we're going to do, guys, is get on and watch the video against him. We're not going to see his team. We're not going to see my team. But in the video, I'm going to be pointing out certain aspects of the game which I was bad at. And don't get me wrong, guys, I am not a professional FIFA player. I am not the best FIFA player in the world. I am far from it. And that's something I have stated numerous amount of times. I am just someone who plays the game a hell of a lot and looks to learn it. Now, in this video, I'm going to be pointing out some things to try and help you guys get better. Whether it be mental, because Foot Champions is definitely a mental side of the game. It's a fatigue style area. Because one, you're playing 30 games over a 3-day period, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, and look guys, like, look at this for defending, and there's something straight away that I'm not doing. One of them, I'm panic switching on the defence, and I was also not moving the goalkeeper. They are 2 things that you need to learn. Learn to obviously trust your defenders, and try not to switch with them as much as you can, because thankfully this game is suited to people who don't control defenders. Learn shot techniques, learn different ways to outbeat the goalkeeper. People do goalkeeper movement, and obviously it's pretty hard to test this stuff. So we'll get into different stages of this, and we'll leave this one in the background as we are 1-0 down. But you can see with what I'm doing with the defence, guys, we are keeping an eye on the defenders, trying to keep the shape. I am in a bit of a rush, actually, because you can see me pulling the CDMs up, and that's something I don't usually do. Now, this is on a day where I was playing some very, very bad FIFA as well. And it's very noticeable, some of the mistakes I was making. So these are an important factor as to what I do and how I get good Weekend League results, because there's no beating around the bush, guys. I have been performing very, very well these past couple of weeks, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys. Whether you want to take it on board or not, feel free to. I'm not looking to step on anyone's toes and say that I'm a good FIFA player. I'm just offering you guys a little bit of advice to maybe try and make you that little bit better, and get some extra wins, to get some better rewards, and even potentially get some decent red cards into your club and upgrade your team left, right and centre. Obviously, I play a lot of rivals throughout the week. That's the big thing that I would push. A lot of content creators out there do tell you guys to, like, stop playing for a certain rank. Don't relegate yourself. Obviously, stick at like gold or whatever it is, stay at rank 3 in certain divisions, and I would totally stay away from that. It doesn't matter about the rewards. The bigger rewards come by finishing very well in Foot Champions, and you can even get lucky with the red informs as well. But what I'm going to say is get rivals played throughout the week. I know a lot of people aren't as blessed as I am to be able to play as many games of FIFA as I do every week, but playing rivals is a massive advantage, because I'm playing in Division 1, I'm playing against the professional FIFA players, I'm playing against the competitive players who just play to have fun and also beast the game. From playing them, I am losing games. I am losing a lot of games. Like, I've got a skill rating, I think 2650, which is not, it's still pretty good, but it's not the best. And with that, I'm learning new techniques to defend against the decent attackers, the people who hold the ball, the people who do different types of shots, the people who know angles, they know everything. And you can see here I was like chauffeuring away, not jumping in for the tackle, and just looking to cut passing lanes. That's something I do, and not making stupid challenges, as that can come and hurt you throughout the game. And all this is learned through playing rivals. Going on with rivals, when weekend league starts, I play 10 games a day. 10 games on a Friday, 10 games on a Saturday, and 10 games on a Sunday. If you guys haven't seen them, I stream them on twitch.tv/Bateson87. One of the things that I do, and a lot of people are like, why are you playing rivals when Champs is on? Now, when it comes to Champs, the caliber of player that I come up against is a considerable lower grade compared to what I play in rivals. So if I play a game of rivals, I'm getting my passing lanes sorted, I'm getting the passing done, I'm getting shooting done, time finesse shots, time shots, everything, movement, and even tackling as well, because once you get like warmed up in the game, I'd never ever recommend anyone going in dry to FUT Champions because it could get caught cold. And in the past, that's something I've never. I used to do it. I used to go in, but thankfully Rivals is there now to play some decent players. Now it doesn't matter if you take a loss against them players, but as long as you get that ball rolling, get hammering out the games and have a lot of fun. Now you can see already we're in the 31st minute of this game. We're 1-0 against a very good player. Defending alright, but I am noticing some horrible bits of play. But you can see I'm being slow on the ball. I'm not sprinting when I'm in defence. I'm switching the ball out to the wing and putting it out to players in space. He's a very good defender. He was in the 4-2-2 formation, which had 2 CDMs which are constantly covering the play, and with that I had to learn to adapt. It took me a while to adapt. As you can see, a massive gap left there, but you can see I'm covering with the defender at the back post, and if the ball had made it to the back post I would have been alright. So player switching, you've got like in game, it's all about covering the finesse shot. That's what FIFA's about now. It's about covering the finesse shot. Make sure you block it. If you can't feel like you can block it, get moving that keeper and cover it. It's some important things. I know a lot of people don't want to do it, and I understand why people don't want to do it. And I was one of them people who don't. I don't want to learn certain things, but I don't want to obviously miss out on wins. And potentially stopping goals, you know. That was a horrible chance as Cruyff like literally air shots it, and that could have been a good position to be in inside the area to maybe start him panic moving his goalkeeper. So I'm going to point out again, my rivals, very important to play a lot of rivals. Win, lose or draw, get it played, get learning the game, get into the higher divisions, and try and upgrade your team as much as you can. Now I'm not going to offer you the chance to, I'm not going to tell you to go and buy the best players in the game, because that should be a given anyway. If you can buy the best players in the game, do it. Don't like use them, have a play around with them, get them done, because the big players are very good this year. A lot of people say it's pay to win, and I wouldn't even say it's pay to win, because you're looking at the likes of Nep. Nep has an absolutely insane team, and he hasn't put a penny on the game, you know. It's all about grinding, getting that team built up. So team side of things, I'll leave it to you. I just want to talk about the mental side. Now in this game, if you watched it on stream, I was reacting to a lot of things, stuff which wasn't going my way. I was getting very flustered when players weren't making certain passes, getting flustered, and I was reacting to them. Don't do it. I've told Nep numerous amount of times, do not react to certain things which go on in the game. If you stay silent, you stay composed. If you give your head a wobble, like, oh my god, that just happened, fair enough. Leave it at that. But when it comes to reacting to it, getting angry, throwing stuff around, that's just going to make you worse. It's going to make your frame of mind change into the worst possible thing you can imagine. And in this game, we're 2-0 down. I was like, right, he scored that second goal. And I literally in the stream, I was like, right, he scored that second goal, and what a goal it was. In the back of my head, I'd given up. I had given up in the game, but I didn't want to embarrass myself. I wanted to go out and try and still push forward and get the goals that we can. So we're 2-0 down at half-time against Gaucho. He's a pro player. It's not a surprise that I would be on the back foot to him, but I didn't want to go out embarrassing. You can see we start using the wing play. So, play rivals before you get into your game with champs. I know it's very difficult for me to ask you guys to do that, but like, I know it's like time constraints as well. A lot of people are going to struggle to get 30 games in. But honestly, get warmed up in rivals before you go into FUT Champions, and then you'll just be key. You'll be warm to it and everything else like that. And that's something I do. I'm actually, from this weekend going forward, guys, I am going to be upping my games of rivals before I go into champs. Instead of just one game, I'm going to up it to 3 games every day before I go into champs. But because I've got the time to do so, being a full-time content creator, I am going to do that. And I recommend you guys doing it as well. And through the week, don't just take breaks, guys. Play 1 or 2 games of rivals every day. Just keep the muscle memory flowing, you know, in the game and getting used to it. And even start getting some decent rewards. He makes a huge mistake. You can see he's eyeing up the keeper, and there's a few things to do in that movement, guys. There's a few skill moves that I use. A lot of people are going to say, well, why don't you do whacker-whackers? Why do you do other skill moves? The most important skill moves on FIFA The La Croqueta is an insane skill move. It's L1 and the ball roll, that's it. You can jockey from one side to the other, you can send your defenders shopping, you can send goalkeepers shopping as well with it. A very good skill move. Ball rolls, very good skill moves. El Tornados, interesting enough, are quite widely used in the pro scene. I've seen them being used. People have been using them when it comes to... I'm trying to think more. Bamiyang does it a lot, doesn't it? He uses the El Tornados, and that's done with doing the L1 and the McGeady spin with 5-star skillers. And the La Croqueta guys have got to be done with a 4-star skiller minimum as well. Just to point you out with that. I do a lot of ball rolls. This was a nasty goal to concede. Tried to get back, couldn't, and we go 3-1 down. 30 minutes left of this game, you know. So 10 games split. If you do take a loss, I would recommend going for a walk around, chilling out, relaxing. Don't continue playing. It's something that I should listen to. Chill out. Like, take a rest, go and watch some videos, go and play another game if you want to go and play another game. But take a break, guys, because you're going to be thinking about that loss forever, and it's just going to trigger you moving on into the next game. So always take as many breaks as you can. It sounds a lot asking you guys to do it, but all I want to do is offer you guys some hints and tips as to how I have been getting better at FIFA. Obviously, the team helps, like I said, guys, but the team doesn't win me the games. A lot of stuff goes in it. You can see I'm tracking here, and we're able to do so. Manually defending and cutting that passing lane. We needed something huge in this game as well to point out. 3-1 down. Get a little bit lucky there with the ball into Vieira. And then I was like, right, nothing's working going through the middle against this guy. So I decided to switch on up. That takes on to the next point. Have a plan B, have a plan C. This can be used by custom tactics. It can be used by formation change or whatnot. Because going through the middle you might be struggling with it. It might not be working. You might be a mixed match on formations you're playing against. So with that point, I would take it to have a plan B and a plan C. Usually different personnel, usually different formations. Now we didn't actually change formation in this game, but I was going through the centre a lot, and I wasn't really having much success. But because it was a pro player, I thought, right, I'm going to continue going through the centre. But going through the centre isn't the way about it. What I decided to do was go down the wing, because look at that space opening up. Keep an eye on Ronaldo and then cross him. We whip the ball in, keeper gets his hand to it, but we tie the game up in the 72nd minute. The personnel changes happen. As you see, we brought on Messi, Hazard and Alba, which is a good personnel change, obviously. But if it's not working down the middle, go different routes, guys. Try and mix it up. Ball rolls, La Croquetas, keep the ball moving, dribble around it. Don't sprint if you don't have to, and cover them passing lanes, because you can easily recover the ball. Even Gaucho, he's showing some really good gameplay here, where he's just dribbling, waiting for me to make the move, but thankfully that we got the numbers there to block the pass off. Brilliant pass on the inside there. He pulls it to 4-3. He takes the game away from me. At this point, I was very, very annoyed. So 10 game split. Gonna keep saying it. 10 game split if you can do it. Play rivals beforehand. Keep doing it. Learn simple skill moves. Start adapting to the way the game's playing. We should have made it 4-4 there, but we never. But you can see, literally in the space of 10 in-game minutes, we'd had a lot of success from moving centrally to playing down the wing. Even though we'd had a few goals down the wing, you know. A few defenders are forward there, but we're trying to keep the defensive shape. Vieira pops it on into Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Hazard. Hazard takes a shot, or tries to get a shot. L1 fake shot. I think Hazard gets the ball back now. Hits the shot, blocked, and we're just there to pounce and smack it in. That wasn't even a timed shot. But learn time shooting. Learn goalkeeper movement. Learn to trust your defenders. That's something which a lot of pros do. And another pro tip, which I learned off watching some of the pro guys stream, is, and a lot of people are like, why do you play home games only? And that's literally why, guys, because the pro players play home games only, which is why I was surprised that we did come up against Gaucho, because this was an away game for him. So we have reverted back. For the last 5 weekends, we've decided to play home games only. It's been beneficial to me. The matchups have been nice, but I'm only doing what the pro players are doing, using the similar teams to them, playing home games only, and trying to split the games up. Now you got people like Tex, who plays 30 games in one day and gets an insane skill rating and stuff, but with me, I just wanted to split it out, and on the Friday of this week I decided to continue, and I actually lost my 14th game. So we managed to go on a streak of 74 wins before we took a loss. I have no idea what I'm going to finish on this weekend league. I'd be very interested to see, but hopefully this video does give you an insight into how I play. You can see yet again working down the wing, Hazard waiting for the ball, waiting to make the 1-2. He's not making the run, so he decided to get another player involved, and you can see the wing player. He's tracking that guy, waiting for the overlapping run. You can look, Vieira's free. Vieira's with the ball. He's able to dance it in. We're not going to whip it in with him because he's not the best. Eden Hazard back to Vieira. Vieira works the space, actually gets the cross in, and Ronaldo gets the ball in, guys, and makes it 5-4 against Gaucho. This was a game, and I reacted. And I shouldn't have reacted because I was all over the shop after that. I thought, right, whistle's going to blow, and then the ball kept bouncing to him. I was like, oh no, it's on over the 92nd minute, you know. Ball still going back to him, can't clear the ball, should be clearing the ball. Went to clear the ball, I was like, right, ref blow, ref blow. Ref blow, ref blow. Ref still didn't blow, and it's because something happened. I scored the goal in the 90th minute, so I added on some extra minutes. This is the 94th minute. I was like, right, he's blown the whistle. Yeah, we won. I was like, we actually haven't won. It is the 94th minute. He's got a free kick, and we just had to charge it down. You can see, thankfully, that was enough, and that was how the game did finish, guys. A 5-4 win against a Pro FIFA player in the weekend league. So hopefully this video can help you. Hopefully it'll give you an idea of how I play and what I do, and if you guys have got time, do what I say, and hopefully it'll help you. Don't react to the games. That's a massive thing. Mental side of things, guys, is keep your face straight. Don't get angry at the game. If something goes against you, just nod your head at it. If you take a loss, just think, right, what can I do to get better, instead of like focusing on the loss and what happened in the game. It's definitely going to hurt you in the long run. So it's something which I've adapted to. I did used to be someone who reacted quite a lot in terms of what happened in games. I took away from that now, and now I feel like I'm playing the best FIFA that I've ever played. Obviously, I've got a good team to go with it, but hopefully this video can help you. Gameplay's there. Fundamentals are there. If you guys want to check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Bateson87, I'll be streaming all my weekend league games, or a majority of them anyway. And if you guys want to come over, ask some questions, feel free to come over, guys, and I'll answer as many as I can. It's just a chilled out stream. Lights are off. We're down there. We're sweating it down. Have forehead cam OP, but we're having fun. And for the last 3 to 4 weekends, guys, I think I have been playing some of my best FIFA. Don't know how I'm going to finish this weekend, but hopefully I can pull it back. Everyone has bad weekends, you know, and hopefully this win against Gaucho will potentially help me go on to maybe finish on 28. I still think it's going to be difficult to get top 100, but we've got 6 games remaining. Hopefully we can finish all of them. You guys will know by now anyway. But leave a like, rate, and subscribe. If you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. We've got a club tour video coming out soon, which will have detailed custom tactics, player instructions, personnel changes, etc. So check that out as well. Alright guys, until next time, see you later. Have a nice rest of your Sunday.